Hello and welcome to the official Xbox podcast. I'm your host, Tina Amini, and we have a very special episode today, as you can probably tell by the fact that I'm joined by Phil, Sarah, and Matt. Welcome. And we're going to talk about some updates at Xbox. We want to talk about game exclusivity. We want to talk about Activision Blizzard now that they're part of our portfolio, how that might be an impact on Game Pass. And we want to talk about hardware, too, and how all of this fits into the strategy at Xbox. So where should we start, Phil?
Well, when we originally had planned for the show, starting back in December, I think we probably would have started with Activision Blizzard, maybe talked a little bit about the exclusivity with some of the news coming up, and then hardware. But we've had some unforeseen news that has come out. So let's just go and tackle the exclusivity question, because I know it's on the minds of a lot of people. We hear from the community, and that's an important input for us. So we made the decision that we're going to take 4 games to the other consoles, just 4 games, not a change to our kind of fundamental exclusive strategy. We're making these decisions for some specific reasons. We make every decision really with the long-term health of Xbox in mind. And long-term health of Xbox means a growing platform, our games performing, building the best platform for creators, reaching as many players as we can. We're always looking to learn as a leadership team and to grow. And we think this is an interesting point in time for us to use what some of the other platforms have right now to help grow our franchises. So we're going to do that.
So these 4 titles, what are they? Can you say?
I'm not going to name those games. The teams that are building those games have announced plans that are not too far away. As we know, game teams put a lot of energy into their announcements with the partners. So I don't want to take anything away from those teams. So I won't be talking about the titles specifically, but I think when they come out, it'll make sense.
Can we say if either of those titles are Starfield or Indiana Jones?
They are not Starfield or Indiana Jones.
Well, what was the criteria in how the team was thinking about selecting those 4 titles?
Let me start a little bit outside of that, and then I'll get to the 4 specific games that we're talking about right now. Because the fundamental decision driver for any decision that we make, anything we're going to talk about today, is the long-term health of Xbox. That we're running a growing platform that is reaching more players, that our games are having as much success as possible. And I do have a fundamental belief that over the next 5 or 10 years, exclusive games that are exclusive to one piece of hardware, are going to be a smaller and smaller part of the game industry. And that's not some great insight, because if you look at the last 10 years and what the biggest games are today, it's a natural place. Whether it's one console and PC, multiple consoles, mobile console and PC, you see big games landing on multiple platforms. And we want to be a great platform for creators that are trying to realize that potential. But now back to the specifics of the question on these four specific titles. We looked at games that are over a year old, so they've been on Xbox and PC for a while. A couple of the games are community-driven games, new games that kind of first iterations of a franchise that have reached their full potential, I'd say, on Xbox and PC. There's always growth. Franchises that we obviously want to continue to invest in. Part of having the ability to continue to invest is that the businesses behind those franchises continue. We think it's important that these service-based games that have communities behind them, that they can have confidence that they're going to exist in the future. So 2 of them, kind of community-driven games that will end up on other platforms and give us the ability to continue to invest in them. We think that's great for the business and great for the communities, more players to play with. I'd say 2 of the other games are smaller games that were never really meant to be built as kind of platform exclusives and all the fanfare that goes around that. But games that our teams really wanted to go build, that we love supporting creative endeavors across our studios, regardless of size. And as they've realized their full potential on Xbox and PC, we see an opportunity to utilize the other platforms as a place to just drive more business value out of those games, allowing us to invest in maybe future iterations of those, so sequels to those, or just other games like that in our portfolio. And when we don't damage Xbox and we can grow our business using what other platforms have and to help us with that, we're going to do that. And that's really the story behind these 4 games. And last thing I'll say, looking forward, I think there is an interesting story for us of introducing Xbox franchises to players on other platforms to get them more interested in Xbox. We think there's a good brand value for Xbox there. So 4 games, no promise beyond that. So if you're on those other platforms and you see these 4 games coming, please don't take it as some signal that everything's coming. It's not. And we're going to learn.
So when you are thinking about the future and this concept of live service games, games that can benefit from bigger audiences, new audiences, how does that apply to future titles and how you're applying that criteria there?
Yeah, there's really no fundamental change to how we think about exclusivity. We just came out of Developer Direct, which was an awesome show, where we showed great games that are coming to Xbox and PC and cloud, which really makes them accessible to hundreds of millions of people. So it's this kind of, we're really focused on a couple platforms and what's going to show up there. But our key of play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, when everybody plays, we all win. These have been part of our strategy for years and will continue to be. Our focus is on how do we continue to grow the games industry by reaching more players in more places, and how do we grow Xbox as part of that. Xbox is a hardware platform, Xbox is a publisher of great games, and Xbox as a platform for the world's best creators.
And then knowing that, how do we think about our first-party games and Game Pass?
Yeah, well, to build on what Phil just said, one thing I would add, as you were talking about growth, is just that we've sort of seen this inversion over the last 5 years where it used to be that the platform was the biggest thing.
That's right.
And the games would sort of tuck in within the platform. Today, big games like a Roblox or a Fortnite could actually be bigger than any one platform.
Yeah,
and that really has changed the way that we think about things. So in the midst of all that, I think we at First Party can come back to sort of some core principles. First, that all of our games will be on the Xbox platform. Second, all of our games will go into Game Pass on day 1. And third, we know that Game Pass will only be available on Xbox. So there's sort of starting points for us. As Phil mentioned, there are games today that you can play that only can be found on Xbox. And at the same time, we want to bring more of our games to more players. So we're going to continue to look at that. Kind of moving aside, though, from some of those and thinking more about what does it really mean for the player, to me, the two key things are cross-play and cross-save. Those things allow us to deliver on the promise of Xbox, which is play with your friends where they are, play on the devices you want, play the games you want. So that is really only possible at a practical level when you know that your saves and your player are going to be able to move across all those parts. So not all of our games today are necessarily built to take advantage of that. There still will be some games that don't. As we bring more teams into the Xbox family, there's some catch up to do as we get there. But that cross-play, cross-save is like so fundamental to what we're doing, and I think is something that we as first party get such a good benefit from being so close to the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things, like you said, all of our games are always in Game Pass. And so I'm excited to announce, with the coming together that we had with Activision Blizzard King, that Activision and Blizzard games are coming to Game Pass, starting with Diablo 4 on March 28th, which I'm super, super excited to share today. And it's all part of our commitment to make the Xbox experience and the games that we build as widely available as possible. So now the 34 million Game Pass members can all enjoy the fantastic experience of Diablo 4.
Amazing. Can we come back to the point, Phil, you mentioned at the top, this isn't really a change in strategy for us. Can you recap for me how it isn't?
Yeah, and I thought both Matt and Sarah did a really nice job of talking about what we're doing on Xbox, where we're going. If you take a platform feature like Xbox Play Anywhere, which has been a promise that we've made on our first-party games, that you can buy our game once, you're going to get to play across Xbox and Windows. I think we're the only platform that does this. That makes it possible for you not only to play with your friends wherever they are, but to know that you actually have multiple entitlements to the games. I think that's a technology I would love to see applied to more platforms. But it is this view that people are going to play Xbox in multiple places, whether it's play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want, whether it's content, community, and cloud, whether it's when everybody plays, we all win. Like, we've had different taglines, different strategy kind of words that we've used, but always with this view that Xbox is a platform for creators who want to reach the most players. Our investments in xCloud, our investments in franchises like Minecraft and now Call of Duty and other large franchises, so that we learn how to build those. This has been a strategy that we've been on for, I'd say, a decade. It's not about one device. It's not about games in service of a device, but rather the devices that people want to play on should be in service of making the games as big and popular as they possibly could be. Because really, a healthy creator community on Xbox, a healthy creator community in gaming all up, is the thing that all of us as game players should be voting for, because that's the thing that will lead to the best long-term success and growth in this industry.
And my understanding, just from listening and learning from you three over the past few weeks, just understanding what's happening with Xbox, is that we see trends with player behavior where people are playing on multiple devices. That is the reality. And we have put some games out on multiple platforms before. So my understanding is that that's been good for players. How does that come back to the business with all of that in mind?
Yeah, as you said, we have shipped games on other platforms. In fact, realistically, if you look with the addition of Activision and Blizzard and ZeniMax, we're one of the largest game publishers on PlayStation. We're one of the largest publishers on the Nintendo Switch, especially when you put Minecraft into the equation as well. And now we're one of the largest publishers on mobile platforms as well. And that's not something that we want to back away from. We want to continue to be building great games that millions and millions of people can love. And that they can play those games where they want to go play. But we do understand the business success that Xbox has to have. Us as leaders in this business, the system today, the system that all companies that we play video games from, is a world of you got to be growing your business. Growth in our Xbox business is critical to the long-term health of Xbox. Many people know I've been on Xbox for over 20 years, and I want to make sure Xbox is in the best position for the next 20 years. That means healthy player community, healthy creator community, and healthy business. So when we look at opportunities to allow more people to play, more people to engage, more people to buy, more people to subscribe, it's all about putting Xbox in the best position. And our hardware is a critical component of that. The absolute best experience somebody has on Xbox is hardware that your team builds and that people play on. But that's not going to be everybody. We fully accepted that we're going to have Xbox players across all kinds of devices.
So I think a lot of people think about 2023 as this incredible year for gaming. And in a lot of ways it was. There was some really amazing releases that I think we all enjoyed. But what were the signals behind the scenes that maybe indicated how we wanted to look at the future of Xbox and how we kind of keep up with the industry?
Yeah, such a good question. And I think it's, as people who care about the industry, which I assume is people who are watching this, it was an amazing year. Some great launches, some of the games that I think will stand the test of time and people will be talking about a decade from now. But it's an industry that didn't really grow. And what happens when an industry doesn't grow? You end up with some job eliminations, which we had. We had even our own hard decisions to make about building a sustainable business for ourselves, but no way were we alone in that. When you think about a healthy industry, I want players who believe that they will find the best games on the platforms that they love. I want people who invest their careers in working here to feel like this is a place that they can be successful. And that really is down to being part of an industry that is growing. If you listen to Lisa Su, the AMD CEO, she'll say that AMD-powered consoles are likely to decline in 2024. I think there's an amazing set of games coming in 2024, but if we don't get to growing as an industry, the industry will struggle. And today there's really two choices on how do you grow the industry. Do you say I have a fixed number of players, the players that we have today, and do I find new ways to monetize those players to get more money from the players that I have? Or do you think about how do I expand the business I have by finding new players and adding those to the base of players that already play? Our focus on Xbox for the last decade has really been on that latter point of how do we make sure Xbox is growing for our players, growing for our creators, so those people are finding success on our platform, which will grow the Xbox business and put Xbox in a position to be very strong for years and decades to come.
Matt, earlier you were talking about these growing gaming communities, how they're incredibly large and comparable on such a different level when we think about console audiences. Like you mentioned Roblox, you mentioned Fortnite. So how are we're obviously thinking about our responsibility, our hardware responsibility is supporting the growth of gaming communities. How has that actually shown up for the players? Are there other games we can speak to from our portfolio?
Well, as Phil mentioned, two of the biggest ones for us, Call of Duty and Minecraft, they are driven just from the bottom up by the communities of people that play those games, which is so great. I think about it for the player community, it comes down to where are the friends, where are the people you play with, and then equally important is where have you built up your library of games, right? Where have you invested? Where's that library? I think those two things probably are some of the biggest influences on where people choose to play and what devices they choose to play.
Yeah.
When we think about, on the other side, the developer side, just any game developer wants their game to find the biggest audience possible. That's just the nature of building a game. You want people to enjoy and participate in what you've made. And I think we're in a unique position to deliver on that just because we are the platform. We build hardware, we've got a first-party games group, and then we've got a system that ties that together, that brings together your friends, your progression, your achievements, all of that. And I think that's really what has contributed to the momentum behind some of these communities.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at, just step back and you look at the history of the industry, we've moved from a place where it used to be that someone built and launched a game to accelerate hardware to actually the things we do with our hardware and with our platform are all in service of making those games bigger. And we think about that across all of the investments we make, the consoles we build, the investments we do with things like cross-play, cross-progression, the things that we're doing with cloud. How do we actually give more options to game creators so they can have the greatest success? I think one of the fun recent examples about this is actually Pal World. You know, Pal World was able to launch, they were a game preview, they launched in Game Pass, they also simultaneously launched in Steam. And through the combination of those things, you know, Pocket Pair was able to have this outsized success, and it was the largest third-party Game Pass launch ever. And that's all because we give creators options on how they can launch their games. We've got subscription, we've got retail, we've got free-to-play, we've got game preview, we have the consoles, we have our experience on PC, and they can access all of those things. And when we step back and we just look at the performance of our platform all up, we know it's working. We're at the highest level of users on console, the highest level of users on PC, the highest level of users on cloud ever. We have double-digit growth rate on PC and cloud, places where we're enabling creators to actually reach new players beyond the console ecosystem. And that's why we're leaning into it and doing more, because we see all those signals.
So we're talking about the role that hardware plays for creators, for the games and those communities. What about the role that hardware plays for us as a business, for Xbox?
When we look at our hardware, it really is, and Phil said this earlier, it's where you get like the most flagship seminal experience of Xbox. And it also represents a developer target. Our developers can build the specs of our hardware, and we invest to make sure they know when they do that, that the games are going to run great on our hardware, but they're also going to be able to be accessed across any screen because of all the other investments we make. So we're giving them an easy way to access as many players as possible. And we actually have more creators right now building for Xbox than ever before by nature, thousands of them by nature of those investments. And we got more to come. There's some exciting stuff coming out in hardware that we're going to share this holiday. And we're also invested in the next generation roadmap. And what we're really focused on there is delivering the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation, which makes it better for players and better for creators and the visions that they're building.
And then when we're talking about hardware too, there's these other considerations that are really important to our community, probably to each one of ourselves as well. when you talk about library, because I want to dig in on that a little bit
Yeah.
more. You know, as we talk about cloud in the wider entertainment industry, there's conversations about streaming. How is that impacting how I own my content that I've invested in? So what can we say about our stance around game preservation?
Yeah, you know, one of the highlights for me of being in this position was getting to stand on stage when we announced back compat coming to Xbox One. Like, it was fantastic. People were reading the teleprompter before I could read it. I'm a slow reader, and just feeling the energy in the auditorium as we were saying that and online. You know, one of the cues I think us as being part of Microsoft take is looking at Windows and how Windows over decades has maintained software compatibility with things that are built on it. Like, I can still go back and play some of the games that I love playing on Windows from decades ago, and it will still run. And we try to bring that same view to consoles. It's harder in console because the line between what the hardware is and what the game is in consoles is traditionally, it's tighter, which makes compatibility, you end up doing these generational compatibilities that we've built. But I will say compatibility, the ability to not only play the games, but my saves are still there with our cloud save systems to try to keep the services up as long as we can so that people can play, is a tenet of what we are as Xbox. It's at our foundation. And when we look at future hardware generations and what we're going to support, making sure that we respect, which is the word I use, respect the investments that people have made in Xbox going forward is fundamental. And the fact that you get entitlements when you buy a game from us on both Windows and Xbox also means you have the ability to play that game across a multitude of devices, which I think furthers the compatibility of the games that you own.
Can we go back to what Xbox stands for today? I think we've pretty much covered all of the elements, but if you could break it down for me.
You know, when you play on Xbox, what we're saying is you're playing on a platform where you know the biggest games in the world are always going to be. you're playing on a platform where you get to access Game Pass. And all of the games from our incredible range of studios will always launch in Game Pass day one. And you're playing on a platform that's dedicated to you, like player-first features, cross-play, cross-save, cross-progression, backwards compatibility, being able to play your games in your library anywhere you want because of the investments that we make in cloud gaming. And so you're playing somewhere where you're investing and you know you get to take the games forward with you and across all of the screens where you are. And I think most importantly, Xbox is a place where you know when you're investing in Xbox, you're investing somewhere that is dedicated to making games more successful and creators more successful so that they can invest more to bring even better experiences to you all of the time.
Yeah, just that investment in the studios is so, and we feel that as part of first party with the platform proximity. You know, it's kind of amazing now to look out across all the studios that we've got and just be reminded that we're now one of the biggest development organizations in the industry. What does that mean for players? It means that the biggest games are going to continue to come to Xbox. And this 2024, the year coming up, we've got more than 10 major releases coming up. Great stuff. Hellblade 2. We've got Diablo expansion. We've got Avowed, Ara, the Indiana Jones game. And there's more in development, which I think we're going to be able to share more about at our June showcase coming up pretty soon.
Well, I guess I should get ready to work on that show. Well, thank you all for showing up on the podcast today, and we'll see the rest of you this June.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tina.
Thank you.
Hello? Can you hear me now? Oh my god. I did it again. I was muted the entire time I was watching it. That's crazy. That's so annoying. Because I was going to, like, cut it out. Damn it. Terrible stream. Uh, it's alright. But basically, what I was trying to get at is, I thought I just watched the whole Xbox podcast thing, and I thought it was pretty good. They addressed some of the stuff that people were concerned about with, like, them bringing consoles to like other platforms, which I think is a result of, like, the Xbox Game Pass subscriptions haven't been um have been stalling for a bit. So I think they're trying to get more people interested in, coming to Xbox and, doing like the whole Game Pass. And I think they kind of like laid out their whole game plan where, like, they're trying to get Xbox on like everything and get people to, I guess, basically like throw, like, it's sort of like fishing. You know when you like throw out the line and like fish people in. That's sort of what they're doing, except they're fishing like multiple angles. Felt back in the content. He said felt back in my content making days. My friend left our entire podcast record on mute, almost through hands. Whole 3 hours of content loss. Ooh, that's 3 hours. Shit. Oh man, I'll be upset too. That's some fighting words. Is that more lines, more chances? Exactly. Like, well, what that saying that says, you miss the shots that you don't make, and I think Xbox feel is, they're trying to make as many shots as they want. Um, but yeah, I really feel like they're trying to, like, make sure people know about the Game Pass and get them in like their ecosystem, and they're hoping that that would like work out for them. But I mean, I thought it was pretty good though. I thought it was pretty good. I heard about this. Kind of watched it. Oh yeah, there was something else. We're gonna watch these trailers.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye. I am proud of you.
Is this what happened in the original X-Men?
X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now.
You said you beat Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Very good JRPG. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. I haven't even gotten a chance to get it. I've been so busy. I had a lot of stuff that happened, like the last couple of weeks, that stopped me from doing stuff.
No matter how dark it is,
Oh, so they going with this art style?
we must believe in each other.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, Bob. Keep buzzing in
I
my
hit the
ear.
epilogue, need to grind and beat it. Okay. The epilogue.
Heads up!
Oh shit.
To me, my X-Men.
Magneto. The last will and testament of Charles Xavier. Everything he built now belongs to me.
Oh shit. Oh shit, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't really been. The only games I've really been playing lately is Helldivers 2. Helldivers. I thought this was like a Death Note thing. Helldivers 2, Tekken 8, and that's pretty much it. You say you heard this show was in development hell? It looks like it's not in development hell anymore. It looks like they're finally finished. How you doing today, Rock? Thanks for stopping by. Let's watch this. Quick flurry of punches and long, slower but long-reaching flicker attacks. Punch buttons perform easy-to-use close-range attacks, while the kick buttons perform flicker punches that can hit an opponent from a distance. Helldivers look hella lit. Traveling this weekend, so I probably play next week. Okay, where you planning on going to? If you just don't mind me asking. A variety of target combos are available from Ed's flicker punches, giving you easy options to pile up the damage even from a distance. Man, with Akuma, it's gonna be a while before they announce Akuma. Capcom said that they're not releasing any like trailers or anything like that in the Capcom Cup that they're gonna have. So they might announce Akuma sometime before or during EVO this year. So, but it's going to be a while. Like we'll probably hear some news once Ed officially like comes out. But yeah, I know Capcom, they're not going to like really say anything with Akuma anytime soon. But yeah, I'm waiting for Akuma too, though, Rock. I haven't really played Street Fighter like that. Tekken 8 has been like a really good game. It's kind of taking up my time. Yoshi says, a hiking trip in Central Oregon, spending nights in a cabin. Oh, okay. A hiking trip. Best of luck to you. I'm not much of a outdoors person, but yeah, I hope you have fun. Yeah, I know, Rock. Yeah. I wish Akuma was coming, but it is what it is. At least they let us know that there isn't gonna be any Akuma news. Like, hey, we ain't got nothing for y'all now, but so just watch. Yo, this is like a way better design for Ed. Like, do y'all remember how this man looked in Street Fighter 5? He looks stupid. He honestly looks stupid. Even if an opponent stays out of the regular flicker attack range, you can use Psycho Flicker, a special move that covers even more ground to control the ground game. You could also use Psycho Knuckle to close the gap in a hurry. Bro, this man is the old dude from Hajime no Ippo. He kinda acts like him too. Close range punch, a Psycho Spark. That creates a ball. Hold on. You deleted SF5 from the memory bank. You and everybody else. It got good eventually, but I think by the time it got good, it was just too late. Good for close range combos or to cancel out opponents. Okay, so that's cancel out the attack. He said this here's a wicked downward punch cloaked in Psycho Power. Even if it's blocked, they have a hard time landing a hard counter attack. So when you're throwing out normal attacks, that'll leave you wide open. Cancel them with this. Okay. You can use it to make it safe. Follow up with a badass move called Psycho Shoot that sends Psycho Power flying forward. Change up the speed by using different buttons, strengths. Okay. Use projectile. Eyes indicate Psycho Spark can cancel out any projectile. And also do a counter attack. Feels like that comes out. Oh wait, that came out pretty fast. Hard to count, easy to use. Okay. Psycho uppercut. So anti-air. Yeah, this is like a way better design. Overdriver. Oh, it can go through projectiles. It's not really safe. Psycho blitz. Excuse me. Feeling like a bad poker hand. Especially to end combos, so make sure it connects. Okay. It's a cool ass age. Oh, Ed looks kind of fun. Psycho Flicker. Quick job. Go through. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh. Hold down the button to go into charge stance, then let's go to attack. If you hold down the button long enough, you can boost the properties of the attack. Oh shit. So like when he pulls it in, you probably can do the uppercut if it allows you to do it. Maybe, I don't know. The boosted version attack, full opponent, give me a chance to smash their face in. Yeah, like I said. So good do that. Ooh. Oh. Okay, so you can cancel out of it? I like that. Overdrive version shits out. Like the light version. Features long range. Wait, so does it pulls in? You said 2 more weeks till Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Oh yeah, I hear you, Rock. I'm with you. I'm with you. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. I can't fucking wait. I don't know if any other games coming out, but I'm not going to be playing them. The only downside is that you can't go into the charge stance. I'm looking at my calendar and gaming is looking a bit dry this summer. Yeah. Yeah, when I was making that video about games I'm excited for, it was looking a bit dry in my opinion this year. Shit, that's good. I like in like this his superhero that like he moves like side to side. So at least I got my backlog of RPGs and Helldivers. Hey, sometimes that's all you need. Just some games that you playing. I'm actually been thinking about replaying Armored Core 6 and doing a second playthrough. Also downloading Armored Core. Not Armored Core. I said Armored Core already. Okay, a utility attack. I mean, re-downloading Elden Ring. Okay. I can see some interesting stuff that work with that. Cycle chamber. This is the most dangerous weapon in your arsenal. It comes complete with high attack power and invincibility, but leaves you defenseless. If it doesn't hit, use it in combos or to punish an opponent if they're. I like this outfit too. Like, there's a in Street Fighter 5, he has like an outfit similar to this, but like it looks kind of whack because Street Fighter 5 it had an interesting look. But I think this is a good look. It's a good second outfit for him. I'm thinking about replaying Elden Ring. The DLC sounds like it's going to be huge. Yeah, I've been watching like a lot of Elden Ring videos lately, and the lore, because I'm into like From Software lore. It sounds like it's going to be like one of those dream states, type of things, and like we will get to learn more about Mikula. I don't if you don't remember who that one is. That's Ogre's Millennia's brother, who was taken away by Moog, the blood guy, and like he's in that egg cocoon. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing. Hopefully, it's like more about Mikula, because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people like in that game that talks about him, like how like good of a guy he is. So I'm interested to see like see some form of him. Psych. Oh, okay. That's the special. Hurt. Oh. Yeah, that's a cool outro. But yeah, I mean, Ed looks Ed looks pretty good. I like his style. He definitely reminds me of one guy from Hajime no Ippo. I keep forgetting his name. He's the guy that's the brother of the girl Ippo likes. But like he has the whole um Ed fights just like that guy. The way that the way like that Ed fights. Um, it definitely feels like Ed's got this his gameplay style. It's like gonna be like this whole I don't know, like a typical boxer, like you moving in and out, and definitely seems like he's got like a lot of um versatility and like options. So like because like I know most boxers, they when you hear like a boxer, they kind of like have to be like close by. But it seems like Ed has like he has projectiles, he has like whole flicker thing that he can like poke with, and like he can even what you call it cancel out other people's projectiles and like move in and out, things like that. He even pull people in, which is like kind of cool. So and his supers, he's got like one super that seems like that's gonna be pretty good, and like offer like a lot of pressure to their opponents. Yeah, it seems like Ed is like kind of like like a pressure type of character. He's gonna add like a lot of pressure. So I'm definitely interested in seeing like the type of combos that people come out with. I know that man Desk. If you never heard of him, he makes like a lot of Street Fighter like combo videos. I'm definitely going to be interested in seeing that stuff. I maybe even pick it out. So hopefully Ed comes out pretty soon, because I would love to get back into Street Fighter. I honestly I should re-download it again, because I want to play Aki, because I like that character. But yeah, man, that looks pretty cool. Overall, better than his Street Fighter 5 counterpart. He looks cool too. Uh, Would you say, Rock? He said From Software bought the IP rights and got Sony and Tencent to help them start to self-publish. Oh, really? So they brought the IP rights to Elden Ring? Is that what you're saying? You said they cooking something huge over there? You say you hear me, but Tekken 8 is putting pressure on Capcom. No, yeah, no, you're right, Rock. Tekken 8 is like a really good game. Honestly, I feel like so like their story mode. I feel like their story mode is probably like the best that I ever experienced since Mortal Kombat. Um, I feel like Tekken 8 has like this whole package. You know what? Hold on. I should probably put on like some sort of um video of like Tekken in the background, put in my video. Cause I've never actually made I never actually made a like review of like Tekken 8, and I probably should. I honestly probably should. So this will be like my review. So I played the game like day one. Like I went to the story mode. Story mode is like super great. Like I can't say like it's just really great. It's super anime, like anime as fuck, and it's like really good. And it's a nice like story. Like it doesn't like feel cheesy. It's a nice story about, Jin trying to redeem himself and like trying to like, you know, tell his father he's been like an asshole, and um a lot of like what you call it, fan service for like, longtime Tekken fans. If like, you've been playing Tekken for like a long time, it's like Tekken 8 story mode is really good. And like you said, Rock, the game is like content rich. It's like it's got so many stuff up there that it's like for everybody. You got the story mode, which is really great if you're looking just for like the story and like with action packed and like, like it's really good. We also got the arcade quest, which I haven't really played that much of, but if you're looking to learn how to play the game, like, 'cause I played the demo of it a little bit. If you're looking how to play Tekken 8 and like how the game works, the arcade mode is really good, and you get to like customize your character. You customize like the actual fighting game characters, and like I said, there's like a lot of people who've made tons of like customization. Like this man Raven in this video here, somebody made a LeBron version of Raven, which is like super funny. It's like crazy how good like the customization is. Tekken Ball, like you said, I never really been into Tekken Ball. I really never even heard of it until like Tekken 7. But I thought I like, there's like a lot of things. Like you can even like, customize the music that you listen to in the game. Um, you know, the most important part about, a fighting game is like, the mechanics of it. Damn, I got perfect it now, damn. The fighting mechanics, like Tekken is Tekken 8 is probably the funnest, because one of the things that I've always worried about playing Tekken, because I've liked some of the characters in it, and sometimes like the story, is just the things that's always worried me about playing Tekken is, how daunting it is to get into the game. But I feel like this game does so much to, make it easier for you to like get into it. Because like I said, arcade quests helps you out learning the game. You got the whole special style quest. You can see here that this Raven has like can basically do like auto combos if you press buttons at the right time. In the story mode, not in the story mode, in the practice mode, you know, there there's one. Okay, so like, when you play an online match and you save the replay for the match, if you go look back in the replay, the game like pauses and tells you what you could have done here, um and like actually lets you practice it, which I think is like a really cool thing. Like it's they really Tekken the team at Tekken, the Tekken team, they've done a really good job at like trying to show you like how to play the game. Um, and the game is like when you learn like how to play the game, it's like super fun. It's like really action packed. Like I feel like I have like a lot of options. I think the heat system is like really engaging and like it makes the game more aggressive than it has ever been. Cause I use that heat mode like crazy, to be honest. But fighting your AI is pretty fun. Oh yeah, I haven't even gotten to the whole fighting AI thing. I haven't really got it. I think that's a pretty good thing. The whole ghost battle thing. I know that Killer Instinct has done that in the past, but I've never really like I don't have like any experience in like doing it other than in the demo when they showed it. But I'm assuming it's like really great. That's another way. That's a good point, Rock. That's another way where like you can learn how to play the game. Yeah, just Tekken 8 is like really fun. Um, and honestly, the online matches have been pretty smooth. I've have experienced, a little bit of lag. Like in this match right here in particular, there was lag. I don't know what happened. It was like really weird. But but like for the most part, the games that I've played have been really pretty good. Um, to be honest, like I don't have like any complaints. And when I lose, and I always like feel like if a game it tells like how good a game is like how you feel after you're losing. Because whenever I lose, it sucks, obviously, but I still like feel like I'm having fun. I still feel like I'm learning. It was like, oh, I could have done better here, or whatever. Or like, man, I could have. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Tekken 8 is like a really good game, and I can't recommend this game enough. Like if you are looking to get into a fighting game, Tekken 8 is like probably a good game to get into. It's like really good. And I feel like it's like way better than um you know the other two major fighting games that's coming out, Street Fighter 6 and Mortal Kombat 1. Um like for me, Street Fighter 6, my only issue with it is I don't the World Tour mode, while I thought that was a pretty good concept in general, I don't think it's like a good like a single player combat because I feel like it's kind of boring in a bit. While I feel like the Tekken 8's like their single player content is like way better. It's like if I were to rank the fighting games like right now, I would say Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, and then which is honestly like a really close, and then Mortal Kombat 1. Um, Honestly, I wouldn't even rate Mortal Kombat 1. I'm just basing off of what I hear about it. But um but but yeah. Would you say whenever I play a fighting game, I always get scared of seeing a Spanish user because my fellow South Americans being terrorist behavior be having me fighting with 7 rollback minimum. Oh yeah. Yeah, playing with somebody from like a different country that yeah, that's it's so scary. The Wi-Fi wars, they were scary. I mean, like I said, I don't I've only experienced bad connection very little in Tekken 8. Rock, you said I lose to Wi-Fi. PS5 warriors be running my Vive for the game. Oh yeah, yeah. Like that match I just had with like the human guy, it was so bad. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play this anymore. I'm not gonna play this anymore because I know. 'Cause I knew I can beat him. It's just like, do I want to like really stress about this? No, I don't. I don't. He said Japanese Strive players during the early East versus West days were the worst. Really? Oh man. Yeah. But now, I mean, now hopefully they fixed the rollback by now. But yeah, yeah, this Tekken 8 just has so much personality that I really love it. because I didn't really think, I didn't really think that Tekken would be as like because like I've always been like a Street Fighter guy, um, but and like the whole 3D aspect of like Tekken has always been like a daunting thing to me, but I really feel like they got something here, and they should definitely keep at it. But yeah, that's pretty much my review of Tekken 8. I know I should have like did this like officially, but I never had the time. Like I had stuff that come out of the way, but yeah, this is my overview of Tekken 8. You said nowadays I don't take stripes for my health. So yeah, I haven't played it since Elfit came out. I have not played that game since Elfit came out. Speaking of fighting games, did you guys hear the news that these guys, there's going to be an Avatar fighting game? Anybody excited? You said it got to the floor 8 and left. I don't even know what floor I got to at. I probably didn't make that far. I played like a couple of times and that was it. I think something came up. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, y'all excited for a multiplayer fighting game for Avatar? What y'all think it's gonna be? Sounds awful. Yeah, I'm a bit worried because I don't really know the company like that. Maximum Entertainment. But apparently, they've actually have some experience in fighting games. He said they have run this series to the ground. I have no faith. Yeah, they with the news that they're coming out with like Netflix or the changes that they're making, they saying Sokka is not going to be as sexist as he was in the original. I mean, that's kind of like a part of his character growth. Um, but I guess that makes sense. I mean, even then, Sokka wasn't even that sexist in my opinion. Like he had like one episode where he was being like an asshole, but I just recently rewatched it with my wife, the whole Avatar series. They made the Fighting Hers. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if they made it. I think they publish it, but yeah, they made. I just said it. They made. And I think they published them fighting herds, and then God of Rock too. So they have some experience in like fighting games. So I have a tiny bit of faith that they might know what they're doing. Um, so really, it's depending whether it's going to be 2D or 3D. Um, I mean, it could be 3D because, after like rewatching Avatar, they do be moving around using their environments against each other. But I think 2D also kind of works too. Um, and I wonder if they're just going to be focused on the first series or both series. You said that live action Netflix sounds horrible. Yeah, they're making like a lot of changes like to it that's not like sitting right with me. Like I said, like they're making changes to like Sokka's character. They're saying that Qatar is not going to be as focused on like gender equality like she was in the I almost said the anime, the cartoon. And while Qatar is not my favorite character from Team Avatar, I mean that's kind of like an important part about her. That's kind of like a part of her character. And they're like, and I don't know what it is about like these guys, like people trying to get Qatar to like Zuko. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know why people keep doing that, but that's what they're trying to do. And they're saying that Aang is not going to be as like childish anymore, and they're not going to do any detours. But like kind of the whole point, they're even in the situation is that this man Aang doesn't want to be the Avatar. He wants to just have fun. So like it doesn't. I don't know. They make like a lot of changes to like the live action that I don't really like, and And even though I'm probably gonna watch it, I know that's gonna be weird. Uh, but yeah, the real question is, who is gonna be, who are the characters that they're gonna have? Who are the characters that they're gonna have? So obviously you gotta have Aang, Katara, Zuko, Toph, Azula, Sokka, Ty Lee, Iroh, Ozai. Bro, at this point, Soph won't even be blind. Bro, I'm telling you, if they do that, if son, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of would be the last straw for me. If they make changes to Toph, Toph should stay as she is. She's like one of the best characters like in the entire show. She's the goat. She created mental building. That's crazy. Suki should be there. Um, I don't know. Avatar Roku probably shouldn't be there. Admiral Zhao, he might be a character in it too. Uh, I don't think Smellerbee would be there. I don't think Master Paku would be there. I think Jet should be a character, and I think Jet should have his bandit crew as like part of his attacks, like Smellerbee, that one, you know. I forgot the other character. Um, Mai should also be a character. She's the chick that Zuko loves. I think Zuko might have two different slots, two or three different slots maybe. Um, maybe like Zuko with the ponytail, then Redemption Zuko, and then Blue Spirit Zuko, which is just like the swords. Um, Aang just might be like Aang, airbending and stuff like that. Uh, Sokka, they might be two. No, I think one version of Sokka is fine. You just have the boomerang and the swords. Yeah, I wonder like how they're gonna do it. Oh, there go Pete Sweet. Um, yeah, I'm just interested in seeing. Wait, so if they took off the sexism, what Master Paku reasoning for not teaching her? Exactly. Who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe it's still gonna be that. I don't know, man. I don't know. And like I'm trying to think. I'm looking. I'm trying to remember like when we rewatched it the other day. I'm trying to think of like other times that Qatar really like was all about gender like equality. And to be honest, I think that was the only time that she was like that, or like she was thought she was being treated unfair because she's a woman. I feel like that's like the only time that that happened. And that whole arc there in Avatar was like a really important arc. Like that's like a really important arc. Don't think about Zhong Zhong, Admiral Zhao. I didn't even think about Zhao, but I thought about Zhong Zhong. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of people that should be here. I guess my thing about like Avatar that like I'm a bit concerned about is that most of the characters are you know everybody kind of has like the same abilities, like their fire and stuff like that. And sometimes I feel like they're not as like for me in like a fighting game, what makes a fighting game interesting is like the amount of characters that you have that can be like interesting and like offer a lot of like variety in like what you're choosing. So like with Aang, he can like use all the elements. Um, and honestly, there'll probably be two versions of Aang, just the airbending Aang, and then the fully realized Avatar Aang that was goaded at the end of like the show with bending. Um, Katara would just be like one character slot. Zuko might just be like three character slots. Because of like he went through like such a transformation. You know, ponytail Zuko, Blue Spirit Zuko, which is just swords, no firebending, and then Redemption Zuko. Toph would more than likely be probably be two character slots. Honestly, I would rather just have one. Azula definitely going to be just one character slot. Sokka, he might be two, but I'm hoping just one. It'd be crazy if like Appa and Momo are like characters, but I doubt that. Ty Lee would definitely be interesting. It would just be one as well. She'd just be like, knocking the fuck out of people. Iroh definitely is gonna be a character slot. Ozai, he's probably gonna be like a final boss in like the fighting game stuff. Suki, you definitely have a Kyoshi warrior. I don't think Avatar Roku would be a character, because he honestly wasn't really fighting like that. Yeah, he honestly really wasn't fighting like that. I mean, you could have him up there, but I doubt it. Top mains, oh yeah. Obviously, Admiral Zhao, I think he should be there because he's kind of like a crucial character. I don't think Sokka Daz would be a great character. Um, Jet, Jet, like I said, Jet should be a character, but he should be one of those characters where like he uses his friends as a as like his assists, like he's like an assist type character. So he's got Peep Squeak here, the Juggernaut, Smearlby. I don't know what her thing was. There's the bow guy, and then the little guy, something like that. Uh, Mai, if you don't remember her, she was Zuko's love interest. She just, tosses out shit. The cabbage guy would probably be in the background in like one of the scenes. Maybe Long Fang will be a character as well, and he'll also be a assist character that used the Dai Li. I'm trying to think of like other possible characters, but that's the only thing I can think of. Like, I feel like those would be the people that would be a part of like, a part of it. Maybe. Oh, you can't forget Boomy. Boomy would probably be a character. Um, Maybe Master Paku, but I really much doubt it that he will be. Master Payan Dao. He'll probably be a character, but probably not. I don't think he would. But yeah, I would expect, obviously the main team, Aang, Katara, Zuko. Zuko with like three slots. Sokka probably with two. Azula, obviously. Gotta have Azula. Ty Lee, Mai, Iroh, Ozai, Suki, maybe Long Fang. Definitely Admiral Zhao. Uh, Probably Zhao Zhao too. Jets, but Jets using his crew as like his assists, his abilities. Maybe Master Paku and Master Piandao. Um, yeah, that's honestly all I can think of from like the main the original series. And now if they are maybe they would add you know I spelled legend wrong. Maybe they would add core characters as like DLC later, which I think they should. Obviously Korra is gonna be a character. Curvia, whatever her name is, Zahir, Amon, like these three are the goats. Actually, Zahir is the goat. When that man flew, I knew he was a goat. Um, Azula was in Korra. I don't remember that. Tenzin's obviously got to be a character. Asami is going to be a character. I think she would be interesting. Uh, Bolin and Mako would probably be characters as well. Eska and her brother will more likely be a character, like a dual character. Unalak, he'll definitely be a character. He'll have like he'll be an anti-avatar. Um, Maybe Varric would be a character as well. He'll be like a joke character, and he'll have Jodie. Is that her name? No, Zuli. He'll have Zuli as like a character that does like stuff for him. Lin Bei Fong, she's definitely gonna be a character. I don't think Boomy will be a character. I don't know about Janora. I don't think she'll be a character, to be honest. Milo. No, he probably won't. Pai Lee, she's probably gonna be a character as well. Um, Gazan, the other person in like the White Lotus, Hilcora. Yeah, I mean, Korra definitely could have been better. But you can't lie that the fighting there's like more fighting in it. I feel like there are more characters that that put hands together. Arito Wang, he's definitely going to be a character if they do a fighting game. Maybe Oltov. No, not Oltov. No, she's not going to do it. Yeah, so definitely Korra, Tenzin, Asami, Amon, Zahir, Kuvira. So the only part I liked about Korra was Tenzin's family. Yeah, Tenzin's family was pretty good. It was nice to see that Aang's, air nomads people, they were existing. It was definitely pretty cool. My favorite part about Korra is honestly the villains. I feel like the villains were like much better characters. Um, like Zahir, the best one. Uh, out of like the three, in my opinion. Uh, Bolin's definitely gonna be a character. Mako's gonna be a character. Lin Beifong. Varric might be a character, but he might be a choke character with Zhu Li as like a part of his kit. Unalak is definitely gonna be a character, and he's gonna have like the ability to turn into like the anti-avatar with Vatu. Um, Avatar Wang or whatever. He is going to be a character, and he can turn into like I don't know, you get like Rava as like a transformation. I think Korra is gonna have multiple versions of her. Maybe a version with like without her having airbending, a version with she has airbending. Um, Maybe another version where like she can like turn into like giant Korra or something like that. Eska is definitely going to be a character, and she's going to like be fighting with like her brother because they're kind of like a pair. Maybe the Tenzin's family, the kids, they're going to be like characters. They'll fight with each other, but I don't know. I doubt it. If any of the kids are going to be characters, it's more likely Janora, to be honest, because she got some like pretty good skills or something. Because I remember she could like move her spirit everywhere. Piley, Combustion Woman, Gazan, the other chick from the White Lotus is going to be characters. Yeah, I mean honestly, I think that's all like the Avatar people that I think would be like characters. I mean Korra people that'd be characters. I mean, so they could definitely have like a good enough roster they can make characters out of. I just hope the game is good. And I wonder if it's going to be like 2D or 3D. It'll more likely be 2D though, with like the maximum entertainment history with fighting games, because these two are like kind of like 2D, even though this one's more 3D. With it's using 3D models. But I just hope the game is good. But time will only tell. Apparently, they're supposed to have like a early access next year, so definitely have to keep a lookout for that. I honestly think that's it. I honestly think. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I'm not gonna hold you. I would have rather them put Shadow actually in it rather than a costume. So how about that Xbox funeral? It was alright. It was alright. I don't think it was like a funeral. It's more of a letting people know, hey, we're still making consoles. We're just putting just putting some games, testing the waters out. um, I think the whole reason why they're even doing the putting the consoles out, I mean not consoles, those 4 games out is to, cause like I guess the sales for the Game Pass has not been as great as they wanted to, so they're just trying to get people interested in like getting the game. But it is what it is. I mean, they still say they're gonna be making the games, but they basically reiterated their focus on what they're trying to do. And what they're trying to do is make sure people know about Xbox, and they want people to, you know, basically reel people in to their ecosystem. Okay, we're gonna try to play a little bit of Armor Core because I really been itching to play the game because I've been listening to Still Haze a lot, like multiple versions of it, like different versions of it, and I've been waiting. I've been kind of wanting to play this. Um, Normally I would try to play Liza P, but my Game Pass subscription is expired. Actually, I can probably buy it now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to play Armor Core 6, because that's what I've been wanting to play. But let me change the name of the game real quick. Edit stream. buy that Game Pass sub for like $6 on CD keys. Okay. I saw them offer to like it was an offer for like $1 on like the Game Pass site, from what I remember. Try out that Persona 3 Reload on the Wii Pass. I mean, I just might. My friend was telling me about Dragon's Dogma. I've been thinking about playing that a little bit, the first game, to try it out and see how it is. Cause he says it's like a pretty good game. Man, I don't forgot how to play this game.
Got a job for you, 621. This is an open call from the Balaam Group.
But I heard the Persona 3 Reloaded is a really good remake. They really did a really good job. You got the people working on from the UI on P5 on it.
Rubicon Liberation Front has deployed Baus artillery throughout the contaminated city. The city itself
I
has
saw
no
like a lot of
strategic
people
value.
like playing that game. A lot of
Cannot
streamers
allow
I
them
didn't
to
think they
hinder
would play it.
expansion of the Coral Survey. Show us your ambition. Destroy the Liberation Front's artillery. Bonus pay will be awarded for destroying their MTs. We want the enemy weakened. Consider it an opportunity to prove yourself. Impress us, mercenaries!
I forgot how to play this game, so it's crazy that I'm
The client doesn't care who does this job,
just throwing myself in a mission.
as long as it gets done.
It's crazy not doing that. I'm a crazy guy though. Man, I just realized I probably have to fight Balteus again. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta fight this man Balteus again. Oh my god. That dude is so annoying. I wonder if I will beat him like quicker this time.
Main system activating combat mode.
I gotta test out.
Commence mission.
Okay.
Destroy all of the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery placements.
Okay. I remember. Okay. I remember how to play.
We've got a corporate merc! They're all to us already. Sneaky bastard.
said, this game is so good it won more awards than Spider-Man in midfield. Yeah, this game is really good. Like, I never felt like after like played the game, I never felt like such a like. I guess I'm thinking like I didn't mean to get attacked there. I don't know, like I keep thinking about this game like every now and then, like it's like giving me like inspiration about like ideals. Like, you know, it would be like really cool to see like, you know, some sort of like anime or something of, like about like the story. Like I really think this is like a really good game. Music is good. I like the characters in the game.
Don't give them another inch. We have to defend the artillery.
Oh, that's a torrent. Oh. Oh, what?
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Okay, this is a nice little warm-up. Yeah, this game is like really good. And honestly, I don't remember making like a review of it because I didn't want to like, I wanted to like play the game fully, like get like all like the endings to really like get like a good feeling of like the whole thing. But this game is like really good. Like I kind of like keep thinking about it every now and then. Like playing the music, and I think about, you know, Rusty and like the characters. And think about like, you know, how cool like, you know, Walter is.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes
Like,
from
like
Schneider of the
how much
Arquebus
of
Group.
a asshole Snail
The
is.
operation will take place in grid 135,
This is a
Southern
really good
Belius.
game.
Your objective is to destroy an MT squad sent by Dafeng, a Balaam company, and a competitor. Grid 135 is a key foothold in Arquebus's efforts to conduct a coral survey in the contaminated city. You, the independent mercenaries, are the key to maintaining our lead in the coral survey race. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
Briefing over. The immersion is great. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like, it really gets you like immersed into it. Like, you know, you're like a real bounty hunter, type of thing.
You've got ID. Now you need a rep. Get their attention, 621.
Dog of War.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Wipe out the Dafeng MT squad.
Enemy attack! 1AC! Strike the
Archibus group hired some muscle. Independent mercenary, huh? At least they didn't send the Vespers. Intercepting!
They're just mass-produced MTs. Wipe them out, 621.
This AC pilot's sharp.
Focus your fire! That merc turned through us.
Damn it. Archibus really scored this time.
Only a few targets left. Wait. I'm picking up new enemy signatures. Looks like reinforcements. Eliminate them. The enemy MT squad has been eliminated.
Nice.
That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Hey, I really went past that. I feel like it took me longer the last time I did that mission.
No new messages.
Wow, wow.
Got a job for you, 621. The Balaam
What's the
Group sent a
job?
request.
Raven, this request comes from Dafa, one of our affiliates. The group has committed to use of military force to handle the Rubicon Liberation Front. The target for this mission is a squad of transport choppers. Destroy them. You'll encounter guerrilla resistance from Baus mass-produced MTs. They're no great concern. You performed adequately in your last sortie, Raven. This did not go unnoticed.
Thank
We'll
you.
be watching with interest to see what you bring to the team.
You got a gun.
Now they're asking for you by name. Keep building your rep.
You got it, boss. Time to build my rep. So they can know my name.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers.
We're under attack. The corporate merc. Intercept.
Confirmed. Transport chopper down. Keep it at it, 621. There, take it out.
Oh, there you go. I don't want you to feel left out, sir. I didn't want you to feel left out either. What the? I didn't want you to feel left out too. That's crazy. So many people didn't want to feel left out.
Here, fight back! We're no match for an AC! Have no fear. The coral is with us.
Looks like they've got a Baus tetrapod. It's a cut above the other MTs. Ignore it. Focus on the mission.
Easy.
Got the tetrapod, huh? You're unnatural with this 621. Looks like you got them all. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
God dang. That was easy. I demolished that person. That tetrapod.
One new message.
I see you're back, 621. The Corps see the Liberation Front as a hindrance to expanding their coral survey. But to the Rubiconians, your actions are only helping the Corps with their invasion. It's just a job, 621. All of it.
Destroy AC.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call for the Arquebus Group.
Arquebus.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. Dafeng, one of our adversaries allied with Balaam, has introduced a new tester AC. It's a sample model from an external architect, featuring extensive assembly optimizations. In the hands of an experienced pilot, it will pose a threat far too great to ignore. This brings me to the request. Intercept delivery of the tester AC and destroy it. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
The target may be a product sample, but it's still an AC. Stay sharp.
Any anime I'm excited for this year? Not really. To be honest, I haven't really been into anime like that in a long time. Oh yeah, the Chainsaw Man movie. Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I've been looking forward to that. Cause that whole arc was pretty crazy.
Commence mission. We've
And
got
then-
a read on the target. Now's the time, 621.
And let alone we got the last arc after that. Where would you go?
That pilot's just a trainee on delivery duty, but don't let your guard down.
Where did he go?
I'll deal with the merc. I've been training for this.
Oh, man, run away from me?
The Red Guns need this AC. I can't fail this mission.
It's time we wrap this up. This AC has reached breaking point. Go for a direct hit.
I just wanted to call sign for my own.
It's too bad, kid.
Enemy AC destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. To the base.
It's too bad, kid. But yeah, the Chainsaw Man anime, I'm looking for that. The movie, I'm looking forward to that. Cause that was a good art. It was definitely good art. And then after that, there'll probably be another season. There'll be like the last 2 arcs.
About leaving 621 with the Red
That's
Guns.
probably pretty good.
Handler Walter, forgot to mention something. The
But
Liberation
that's
Front's
probably the
changing
only
the
anime
strategy,
that I'm gonna be looking
but
forward to
cozying
this
up
year.
to independent mercs.
Great news. If it means more work for 621.
Honestly, I've just been
They can try
reading
whatever
stuff.
tricks they want. The
Pretty
Red
much
Guns are ready to
religiously
smash some heads.
reading Jujutsu Kaisen, which I think is going to end this year, judging by like how it's going in the chapters. One Piece, pretty much reading that. You know, that actually reminds me. They actually ended a series that I've been really liking. It's called like
About the tester AC you downed.
It's like this
That was being shipped to the
fighting.
Red Guns.
It's like a
Malos
fighting
in-house
manga
AZ
where like, this
squad.
kid was learning like how to be an
Malos
MMA
being
fighter,
force, and its
so like
members
he
are
can
no
beat the shit out of
amateurs.
his brother. But they recently
Remember who
ended
you're
it,
messing with.
which sucks because it was really good. I really liked it, but I guess it wasn't getting like enough views over there in Japan. Okay. Is anybody streaming Armor Core? Let's see. Let's check the Twitters. The Twitch, not the Twitters. I don't know why it's that. Because it's 1 o'clock for me, and I have to work tomorrow.
Reinforcements have been launched.
The Rubicon Fight Club?
This is one of the millions
Fucking
of new and used
ads.
cars you can find on AutoTrader.
That's like one of the worst things I hate about Twitch. The ads.
Find the cars in my feed. Sure can.
Yeah, now you guys gotta watch with me. Yeah, y'all gotta watch with me.
CD, what are you trying to do?
God, they've been streaming for like a whole day.
Hello.
You know what? I guess we'll raid these guys. Want to see some Fight Club stuff? Let's see if they're allowed to. Okay, so we're about to raid Rubicon Fight Club. Looks like you're going to be seeing some fights. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, most of the stream was just us going over stuff. But really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your nights. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Thanks Yoshi, thanks Rock for stopping by. We're about to raid Rubicon Fight Club so you can see some, looks like some real Rubicon fighting, with some real dogs fighting. But you guys have a great day, or night, whatever time of day it is for you guys. Bye.